Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Chris. Got me coffee, got me trusty Thermomix TM6, I've got my wonderful jacket on. Let's cook a Christmas gammon. To make our marmalade glazed ham, we don't actually need too many ingredients for this. We need black treacle, cloves, a bay leaf, ground allspice, black peppercorns and orange peel. What we do is we boil our ham initially, then we turn it down to a simmer. We cover the ham with all these spices in it and we turn it down, as I said, to a simmer, and we cook it for a total of an hour. Halfway through the process, we turn it over so that it cooks evenly on both sides. Now, that's already done. So what I'm going to do now is take out the ham, put it on the board, and the next process is we'll mix up the rest of the spices for the glaze, but we have to take it out of the pot to let the gammon cool down slightly. Here we go. Next thing we do is we mix all the ingredients in the Thermomix TM6 so that we're ready to put the glaze onto the gammon. First we put in brown sugar, Dijon mustard, dried rosemary, juniper berries, ground cinnamon, allspice. We will now put the lid with the measuring cup on and we turn that round all the way round to quite a high speed. We now scrape down the bowl of all our spices, put the lid back on, and we do it again. Scrape down the sides again, we add the runny honey. Now our marmalade. It's a good marmalade. Make sure you use a good one, don't buy the cheap stuff. Then we will put our lid back on, and we turn this on just for 3 seconds. Doesn't take long. We now cook this at 90 degrees for 5 minutes. What we've done now is we've scored the gammon, cut it in a crisscross pattern. We put cloves into each one of the diamonds, and then we've also inserted our meter, which is going to give us the correct temperature of when the joint is done. Our glaze is now ready to put over our prepared ham. We scored it, we put the cloves in it, we put the meter in it. Now we put half of our glaze over our lovely gammon, and then we bake it in the oven at 220 for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to put half of this glaze over. Ooh, looks good. And then we'll brush that in. That's lovely, that's half of that. Now we put this into a prepared tin. And then we will now bake that in the oven for 220. And that goes in for 10 minutes. Our gammon joint has been in the oven for 10 minutes. What we do now is we take it out of the oven, we glaze it with the rest of the glaze, then we put it back in and we cook it for another 5 to 10 minutes. We have a look at it and we can either judge it by the temperature on the meter, or we can see if it's caramelized or not. You can obviously tell by looking that this is not ready yet. What we do is now put the rest of the glaze on. Right, what we're going to do is cover this with the rest of the glaze, and then we'll put it back in the oven for a further 5 to 10 minutes until it's done. There we are, lovely glaze mixed up in the Thermomix TM6. Right, this is hot, so be careful not to burn yourself. Put it gently into the oven, still keeping the same temperature at 220. We'll wait 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, our gammon is now ready, so we take it out of the oven, put it on the board, and then we'll leave it to rest for a little while before we actually carve it. Wow, that looks fantastic. Look at that, absolutely brilliant. That is incredible. A beautiful gammon, cooked with the aid of the TM6. We'll wait a while, then we'll carve it. Okay, our gammon has now rested. We're now going to carve it and see how it's turned out. Wow, that's amazing. Beautiful. Lovely and tender, not overcooked, warm and juicy. There we are, can't wait to eat that. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe. If you'd like any further details, you can get me contact on my Facebook page. And once again, thanks to my son Jack. Couldn't do it without you, Jack. Thanks very much for all your photography and all your editing. See you next time. I have a midweek video coming out next week. Bye.